Yo, what up everyone, this is the J Fuzz Type V. In today's video we're talking about the time I got drugged at a party. Sit back, relax, get your snacks, get your treats, and enjoy the video. This is probably about 2-3 years ago when I was in college, and it happened at a frat party. Pretty crazy story. Can't believe it happened, but let's just dive right into it. Pretty much, it's a Thursday night, and how we found out about this party, I've gone to the frat house several times. Pretty fun time, pretty crazy time. I'm new to the school, so we're like, yo, let's just pop back to this party. It was a pretty good time last time. Let's just make it happen. So I have a friend. His name, we're gonna call him Jeff. Cool dude at the time, at least. And we're like, yo, let's go to a party. Let's have some fun, because we at this point we only went to like 1 or 2 parties, but I had the connections in order to find a party. He really didn't know that much people, so we're like, yo, let's go to this party. Let's go to this frat party. He has a girlfriend. We're going to call her Stephanie, right? She was very strict. She didn't want him to go to any parties unless she went specifically to this party too, this frat house. But we're like, yo, let's make this happen. Now, it's Thursday night at this time. Friday night eventually comes. So they come over. They usually came over to my room at this time. I believe I was dorming a little bit alone at this time, or switched rooms or something like that. So I'm living at this, alone. I had some beers on me, picked up some beers. I was able to get some beers. We're drinking up a little bit pre-gaming. Rolled up, I think, 1 or 2 joints. Probably about 2 joints, joint each. So we're rolled up, we're getting materials ready, feeling great. We decided to start walking there just because we're going to save the Uber on the way back, right? So we start heading there. It's probably about a 1.5 mile walk. On the way there, I believe we smoked a joint. So we're, feeling pretty good. Feeling a little tipsy, but we're making our way there. I remember we're pretty excited for this party because last time was a banger, and we're like, yo, I can't wait what happens this night. Let's just see. So eventually, we got there. We knock on the front door, and this frat brother comes out and is like, hey, who are you guys? I explained this one guy's name in the frat. I'm not gonna say the name or anything like that. He's like, oh, okay. I remember him looking behind him, looking at other frat brothers and being like, is this kid cool? And one of them knew me. He's like, yeah, no, he's cool. The friends, I'm like, yeah, my friends. It's just the 3 of us. Is that cool? Kind of took a little bit of convincing, but like, you know what? That's cool. The name that I gave definitely got me through the door, but they also kind of judged us a little bit, like, are these kids cool? We're cool. So we got in there. Usually the party's straight in the basement, so we go right to the basement. Now when you walk down in the basement, there's a beer pong table to the left. I could draw a picture, or I might not. I don't know. I don't really want to highlight this frat here, but you go down the staircase. You got a beer pong table on the left. This big beer pong table, one of those frat like customized ones, super dope, like wooden table. You got one to the left, right when you walk down the stairs. And then you walk over a little bit. To the right, there's a stage kind of area-ish that usually where the DJ goes, or someone who's controlling the music with like these big-ass speakers. And then you got like a big dance floor. And then there's this doorway, the back of the dance floor. And you walk back there, and that's where you get like your beers. They start serving beers. Kind of like a bar tap area-esque area. And then to the right of that is a little doorway, and that's kind of where the exit is, and that's kind of where other people chill. And you walk through another doorway, and then you eventually get you wrap around the whole basement. So a pretty, I guess, say medium small basement, but I've seen at least 50 to 100 people down there, so pretty cool basement. But so we go down there, we're chilling. Usually at this time, we went a little bit early. We'd go to frat parties a little bit early, just kind of get yourself in the door and then wait until the crowd comes, right? So we spark up one of the joints, start having conversation, talking to Jeff, talking to Stephanie, having a great conversation. I'd say probably about 10 minutes past after we're smoking the joint, we're feeling great. I'm feeling great. We're like, yo, let's get some beers. Let's get some drinks. So I walk in to where they're serving the beer area. Right, at this time, I believe it was a mixer this time. So a mixer is when a frat and a sorority come together and they drink. So there's a lot of girls there. Obviously, a lot of guys there 'cause it's a frat. So going there, waiting in line. So there's one kid serving. I'm not gonna drop his name or anyone's name here. It's kid serving. I see these two massive jugs, and it looks like it's jungle juice, they call it. So a lot of mixtures of juices, very strong. At least that's what they say, but sometimes it's really not strong just because there's so many quantity of alcohol and volume of drink. So basically what I'm saying, it's not so strong. It depends on what liquor they put in, right? So waiting in line, eventually got up to the front. Guy looks at me, and he immediately goes to the jug to the left, right? There's two jugs. They're not even labeled. There's two jugs. He goes to the one immediately to the left. I'm like, okay, cool. Now I take my drink, and I just kind of stand there, and I'm sipping, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. Not bad. Pretty strong, actually. Like, you can taste the liquor immediately when you drink it, right? Not so fruity taste, but, you know, that's a strong liquor taste right in the front. And I'm sitting there, or I'm standing there at that time, and I'm standing back, like, once I get my drink, I get kind of near the wall as I'm drinking it. And I kind of just look at the guy while he's serving. And I can see that he, after him serving a few people, he's switching back and forth, like left or right, right? The left jug or the right jug. And I'm thinking that's a little weird, but in my head, I don't know why, but I was just like, that's kind of weird. Why is he looks at the person, kind of deciphers who they are, if he knows them, and decides which one he's going to give, right? What jug drink he's going to give. And I see that all the girls get the stuff on the right, and a few of the guys get stuff on the left, but then a majority of the frat guys would get stuff on the right. I was like, that's pretty interesting. I'm like, I told my friend at the line at the time, I told him to come up, and I watched when he went up there to get it, and he was getting a drink to the left. I was like, that's kind of interesting. I'm like, I don't know why me and him are getting one left, but we're like, whatever. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. Who cares? So we continue drinking. Now, I'm 6'3". I was probably about 200, 210 at this time. I'm currently 200 pounds, and I could take, I could take drinks. So I start talking to more people, make connections. I meet a kid with the same name as me. He was pretty dope. I'm like, yo, what up? How we doing? And just keep chatting it up. Jeff has a joint at this time, right? So Jeff sparks up another joint, continuing smoking. And I'm like, yo, this drink is mad strong. He's like, yeah, no, I'm feeling it. And he's feeling the drink too. And he's like, wow, I normally don't feel the drink, pretty much like 20 minutes after I start drinking it, right? 10 minutes when I have to start drinking. I'm like, yeah, me too. We don't think anything of it. We're like, it's just probably just a strong drink. Like I said, I have a pretty good tolerance, way enough where I could take a few drinks in and I could feel pretty good, not feel sloshed, right? Now, he's a skinny kid. Jeff is a skinny kid. He could take drinks, but he could get sloshed quicker, right? So we continue smoking the joint, continue making more connections, talking to more people, doing this and that. I believe we played a round of beer pong, so playing a little bit of beer pong, just relaxing. And I decided to get another drink, right? So I go to get another drink, same thing. The guy gives me from the left jug. I'm like, okay, cool. Stand back again. I watch what he does. Majority of people get stuff to the right. A limited amount of people get stuff to the left. And I find that kind of interesting. And every single time he looks at me, right, so he can be serving 4 people before me, and everyone's getting stuff to the right, but immediately when he looks at me, he gets stuff to the left. The jug to the left. And I'm like, that's kind of weird, a little interesting. Like, why is he doing that? I understand that. But, so, at this point, I'm feeling pretty good. It's pretty late in the night. Now, like I stated before, what's her name? Stephanie is controlling of Jeff. Very controlling. And sometimes she gets very uncomfortable. She's also a little weird, just to put it out there, right? I'm not friends with this Jeff kid anymore. Frickin', he's cool. He was cool. Was cool. After this moment, I wasn't friends with him. Stephanie, weird. Just weird. Just up there weird. I'm just going to say that. Weird when you say it, and she's weird, right? So, that funny, but so pretty much she's like, hey, I'm kind of feeling, I don't believe she drank, or if she drank anything, I believe she had her own drink. That's what it was. She had her own drink, and she was chilling near the staircase, this kind of like secluded staircase, on the side of the dance floor that no one would really chill near. So she's just chilling near there, right? I could see she's not really wants to be there, but she's there because Jeff is there, right? And Jeff, me and him are talking. Eventually, he kind of just walks away, and I don't think anything of it. He just walks away, right? I'm like, oh, he probably knows someone. He's probably talking to someone, and then Stephanie eventually follows him. I'm like, that's cool. So I'm kind of here alone. Let me start chatting up. So I start chatting up with these different kids, just talking it up like some frat brothers. How you doing? You know, how's school? I'm like, oh, you're in my class, this and that. And then I'd say 10 minutes pass after having this conversation, and I start looking for them. Now I start going around the whole downstairs, the basement, right? I start go where the beer pong table is, go to the dance floors, go to the bars, go where like the exit is. Keep rotating and rotate like 2 or 3 times because there's a decent amount of people here this time. So like maybe they could be anywhere. I'm taller than the majority of people there, so I can see, I can scan the area, and I don't see him. Like that's kind of interesting. So I go upstairs. Now on this floor, I never really walked around this floor, but I kind of knew the layout, so I kind of walked around there. And a frat brother like, "What are you doing up here, man? Like, why are you walking around?" I'm like, "I'm just trying to find my friend." He's like, "Oh, dude, I can completely understand." I'm like, and I described the friend. He's like, "I haven't seen him." Start walking around, and I'm like, "Dude, like, I don't know where he is, but I'm feeling these drinks, and I kind of want to start getting back soon because I'm high." I would say on a scale of 1 to drunk, like 10 being super drunk, 1 being sober, I would say a good 6 or 7 or so, right? And then, I had to break the seal. Since I was upstairs, I was right near the toilet. I'm like, might as well. Waiting in line, hella chicks. But I'm so focused on this myself at this moment. I'm not really trying to, pick up anyone or really do anything. I'm just kind of focused on finding my friend. So, because that's the main thing is you go to the party together, you leave together. That's at least what I've known. That's just foreshadowing what's to come, right? So, wait in line to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. Disgusting bathroom. It's a frat bathroom. The mirror's completely shattered. The sink is disgusting. Hella hair. Like, the tub is just full of cans and this puke and disgusting shit. I'm taking a piss there. Eventually I finish. I go out, wash my hands, whatever, this and that. And I continue looking on that floor. I don't see my friend. Go downstairs. I rotate. Don't see anything. I'm like, yo, where are they at? So I'm like, maybe I'm just tweaking out. Maybe I'm just high or something. Let me just chill for a little bit more. And let me get another drink. So I get another drink. I repeat the same thing. Look at what he's serving me. He serves 1 to the left. Everyone after me serves the 1 to the right. It's kind of weird. Also, the 1 to the right is, there's more alcohol. Okay, so he's serving more of the right. But why is he serving me 1 to the left? I'd say in the course of all this looking around, from the time that Stephanie and Jeff left, I knew it was probably about like an hour and a half, 2 hours, honestly. And I'd say probably about an hour or so, right? And I thought it was kind of weird, man. I just thought it was straight up weird. Like, why did this, like, where are they at? So I tried calling him, right? But at this moment, when I remember this very specifically. I pull out my phone, and I'm like, it's one of those things where I'm drunk, where my equilibrium's off. So I'm just like shaking back and forth in the combination of the high. I knew like, dude, how am I gonna find them? Or like, how am I gonna contact them? I'm struggling, typing a number, getting into the contacts. So go to contacts, go to Jeff. I call him, no response. I'm like, what the hell? Call again, no response. I'm like, what the hell? Where are they at? Like, why aren't they responding, man? I just need a response. Like, I need to see where you guys are at. Like, we came to this party together. I want to see where you guys are at. Make sure you guys are safe. No response. So, I'm like, you know what? They're probably okay. It's 2 of them together. They're probably okay. Stephanie was like, let's just go back. Remember, never said a word to me. So, that's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, they probably just went back. Didn't say a word to me. That's kind of messed up. But I need to find a way back home. So, I remember, as I'm showing the phone after I call him and everything, and text him, I go to my Uber app, and I'm typing in the address to my dorm room. And I'm struggling. I'm like shaking back and forth, wobbling everywhere. I'm like, dude, I've never had this before. Especially after like 2-3 drinks, man. Like, and they're just like small, like plastic cups. Not even the red Solo cups, but the smaller ones. So they're, decently small. I'm like, I should not be feeling this, like, messed up, right? This quickly. Somehow, I don't really remember, but I was able to put the address in and ordered it. And now this is really weird, and this is very lucky, and I was blessed in this moment. I knew when I ordered the Uber. I didn't know how long it was, how long I ordered the Uber, and I'm just chilling on the staircase, the one that Stephanie was chilling on before. And I'm like, oh, dude, I am so drunk. I'm so high. Like, I don't know what. I'm so cross right now. I don't know what to do. Like, where am I? Like, I knew where I was at, but like, I was like, what is going on? Where am I at? Like, what's? I need to dip out. Like, and but I knew that I ordered an Uber somehow, but I didn't know any time, like time frame wise. But like, I'm just going back and forth. I'm like, why am I here? Like, what's going on? Where did Jeff and Stephanie go? Like, what is going on? Like, in my head, I'm just freaking out. So I walk up, like, maybe about 2, 3 minutes after thinking all that, I walk upstairs. Right now, I'm upstairs, and I go outside. And as I go outside, this I remember this so specifically. This frat brother is like, "Yo, bro, you need to get out from the front, man. There's gonna be cops coming eventually. Like, dude, you need to get out of here. Go, go, go." And he sees them smash. I'm like, "Yo, just relax, man." I'm like, I remember it wasn't really English, honestly. I was like, "Bro, yeah, uh-huh, yeah, I'm going, man." And I'm walking, so I was walking the side of the house, and I'm in the front of the house, and he keeps pressing me like, "Dude, you gotta keep going, man. Like, what? Leave, bro. Like, there'd be cops coming. Like, you can't be walking out front. You can't get being attention to the house." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, okay." And in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, okay," but I'm also like saying like the dumbest words ever, like, "Yeah, woo, woo, woo." And I'm walking, and all of a sudden I stumble, and now I bolt my hands on the ground. It kind of looks like I'm bear crawling at this moment, right? You know, like bear crawling kind of. And I get up, and there was this car right there of like in front of like these frat brothers and where that guy's telling me to leave, right? They're in front of me now, right? And this car to the right on the road, obviously, and this, I'm assuming the Uber driver, and what I remember from the voice, it was a guy, and he was like, "J Fuzz, hey J Fuzz," obviously my real name, but "Hey J Fuzz, J Fuzz," like saying my name. I'm like, "Yeah," and I look over, I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You're Uber," and immediately hopped in my Uber. Closed the door, and I really don't remember the Uber ride at all. And I just remember getting back, getting in my dorm room, passing right out, and I woke up the next morning. When I woke up the next morning, I had a huge hangover. I was like, what the hell happened? And I'm contacting Jeff. I'm like, yo, Jeff, yo, Jeff, where you at, man? Like, what happened last night? Now, this is the type of kid who wakes up at like 2, 3 o'clock p.m., and I wake up at like 8 a.m. in the morning, even though how late I went to bed. Always been like that. So eventually, I wait, till the noon time, 3 o'clock till he wakes up. He's like, yo, I gotta talk to you. I'm like, what happened, man? Like, he eventually comes over. He's like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry, man. Stephanie pulled me out, and we just left the party. Like, I couldn't say anything to you. And I'm like, what do you mean you couldn't say anything? You could have texted me. He's like, yeah, I know, man, but like, she was just right on top of me. I had to leave. And we eventually came back. We smoked a little bit, and we just went to bed. I'm like, bro, you can't just leave me at a party, man. Like, that's not how it works. That's not right. Like, I was drunk at the party. Like, I'm pretty sure we got drugged. Like, I don't know what happened, man. Like, why? Like, why did you leave, man? You can't just leave me there. He's like, dude, I'm so sorry, man. Like, that was not right. If I was in that situation, I would have been pissed, too. I'm like, yeah, but, dude, like, you can't be doing that. That's not right. Like, what if I got mugged or something like that? And you were a little bit more clear-minded, you could have protected me or something. Like, you don't know. Like, that's not right. The girlfriend eventually comes over, and she's like, oh, like, we had to go. I wasn't feeling right. And, like, in my head, I'm like, dude, you just pulled him to the side, like, completely distracted him. Didn't even think about like his friend chilling at a party while we're drinking, and just left, man. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Eventually, I was like, "All right, guys, you gotta leave. Like, I'm gonna be going like chilling. Can you guys leave?" They eventually leave. Now, how I knew I got drugged? Obviously, the quantity of drinks I had and how drunk I was. I knew it was strong. There's some strong liquor in there and some strong contents in there, but I'm like, there had to be something in there. There has to be something in there. Like, there's no way. So I talking to my friends who are who know that frat, right? And I'm like, have you guys heard about anything? I'm pretty sure there was like some kind of drug in there or something. My friend's like, oh, actually, I heard some stuff from other people saying like they got sloshed too. And I'm like, really? Like, do you know what was in it? Because like, yeah, but I heard they put Everclear in it. So Everclear is like that 99, that 90% super strong, liquor that you put in like big jugs, like the things I had. So I understood that. Maybe they put a little bit more than normal, which I heard eventually is they put a little bit more normal. But I also heard that this one kid put in Xanax into the drink. Put a few in there as a joke or something like that. They're talking about it. And he put it into one of the jugs. And I'm pretty sure it was that left jug like I had. So that's exactly why I was feeling slosh. You know, you don't mix that shit together. And I only heard it, you put 2 Xanax in there. But, the jug is like, 3-4 gallons. So in comparison, like when you're taking a few drinks, is it really going to do anything to you? I don't know. But you also don't know how that's going to make people react. And that's obviously illegal. Not right. It's not right. Because you don't know how people are going to react to drugs. You don't want people to get drugged, like, without them. Like, that's not right. It's a different story compared, like, hey, I'm going to put a Xanax in your drink. Oh, okay, that's cool. Like, difference between you telling them and not knowing, right? And people can have negative effects to that, so that's not the smartest thing. So, that is the time I get drugged at the party. So, anything you guys could learn from the story? Not take drinks from a party at a frat unless you really know all the people there. And, like the jungle juices, I would stay away from. I always pregame. We pregamed, but I wasn't pregamed enough to be like, no, I can only take 1 drink, I'm good. Also, another thing is make sure that if you ever have a homie, make sure when you come to a party, you leave together, right? And if they're going to leave early, let them know. As a true friend, that's what you should be doing. Is you should be letting me know when you're leaving the party. Like, hey man, I know we came together, but I'm gonna be leaving the party. Okay, cool. Do you need a ride? Do you need any help? No, I'm good, man. Okay, word. You have a good night, man. Call me if you need anything. Done. Right? That's just a proper thing to do as a friend. He didn't do that. Ever since then, we've never been friends. It was just so messed up, man. I just couldn't believe that happened. And yeah, that's the time I got drugged at the party. And yeah, and eventually, it was well known that happened, and I had a lot of friends stay away from there. And yeah, so that's the time I got drugged at a party. One more thing I forgot to mention. When I hopped into the Uber, I forgot to verify it was for me. Even though he was saying my name, and that's what brought me to the car, I forgot to check the license plate and verify based on his Uber app that it was for me. Even though he was saying my name, I understand that. I forgot to do those essential steps, especially because I was drunk. But, moving forward for good life lessons, if you're ever going to hop on Uber, make sure it's for you. Check the license plate. And, yeah. Everyone have a great day. Appreciate you watching. Peace.